Hello everyone, it's Friday, time for a little sewing chat. I have a couple patterns to share with you. Some fabric I purchased from the Walmart pre-cut bundle section and a little update on my sewing projects. Be sure to stick around to the end because I have photos for you of my son wearing the plaid 1970s leisure suit jacket that I sewed for him. I'm delighted that you're here. I'm Sharon with Sharon Sews, a channel all about sewing. Before we get started, let me tell you what I'm wearing. This is McCall's 8180. I swore I'd never wear the big collars again, but I actually kind of like it. I bought the pattern because I saw a design online that I wanted to recreate, so I sewed it just to test the fit. I did a full bust adjustment. It is a little bit tight in the bust, so when I sew it again, I just know that I need to add just a little more room. Cashmerette recently expanded their sizes on the Concord Tee. It's now available in 0 through 16 with the same multi-cup sizes. I was so excited to see that. I've been waiting for this one. Almost as soon as the pattern came in the mail, I traced it out and sewed one to check the fit. I used a straight size 10 GH cup, and this is the first one that I sewed. I sewed it in the salmon cotton jersey knit. This was just a teeny tiny bit tight in the back along the bust area. I probably could use a tiny little full bust adjustment for a little more room. I didn't want to do that. Instead, I cheated. I took that back piece and I graded out from the underarm seam to about my waist, and I just added about ½ an inch on each side, giving myself just a little more room in the back. I'm much happier with the fit. So I liked that enough that I sewed another one. I sewed it in red, and then I was on a roll, so I sewed it in burgundy. And then I thought, well, what does it look like in something besides cotton jersey? So I sewed it in an ITY knit. You might recognize this fabric. It is from Metro Textiles, and I previously sewed a really funky pair of pants that I absolutely adore. And I can't remember if I shared them with you in a Friday Sews video or not. They are on my Instagram page, and they will be in an upcoming Makes video. I was actually surprised the ITY knit had less give in it than the cotton jersey. This fit a little bit tighter than I prefer. I'll still wear it. And then of course I had to try it in another fabric, because that's what I do when I find something that fits really well that I really like. I check out different fabrics to see how it changes it. So this is a Liverpool knit. I would not recommend that if you live in a warm weather climate like I do. It is just way too hot. Even with the short sleeves, it was just very uncomfortable when I had it on the other day. And you might notice this one has a little puff sleeve. I've got a video tutorial coming up for you to show you how you can take a regular set-in sleeve for a t-shirt and make it a puffed sleeve. That'll be really fun, right? Puff sleeves are so big right now. In a previous Friday Sews video, I talked about Walmart pre-cut bundles and how I pick them up a lot of times to use for sewing sample garments if I'm not sure of the fit. That way I'm not investing a lot of money in the fabric. And some of you have commented that you really like them yourself. Some of you have also commented that you got to be careful. Some of you have found that you had different fabric wrapped inside of what you thought you were getting. And I found this last time that what was supposed to be a 3 or 4 yard cut was actually cut in half. So yes, there's still 3 or 4 yards. I don't remember what it was, but it's in 2 pieces, which in my case is fine because I'm just using it to test garments. Let me show you the fabrics I picked up. I have 5 different fabrics here that are falling out of my hand, and these were all Walmart pre-cuts. This first one was a floral. I suspected it was going to be like a polyester chiffon, and it is. I was hoping it would be a little bit thicker, more of a blouse weight, but it's a polyester chiffon. I just don't think sewing with chiffon is fun. I don't care if it's polyester or silk. So there we go, 2 yards. Isn't it a beautiful print though? Next, this one was the one that was in 2 pieces. This is it feels like a rayon challis. I don't know if it's actually rayon, but it's a very lightweight. And of course, you don't know till you undo it, but it's got like a very distinct pattern to it. But again, I'm just using it to test patterns, so it doesn't matter. And this is one that actually came in 2 pieces. So that's backwards. So it's even, I don't even know if it's supposed to be an ombre like that or if the dyeing was off on it again. Next is a crinkle fabric. I'm sure it's polyester. Crinkle fabrics are another one of those that I don't think are very fun to sew. I'm going to give it a try. Years ago, if you remember at patternreview.com, I sewed a dress out of a blue gauze that was kind of a crinkle, and I called it my I don't know what I called it. That dress grew and grew and grew and grew as I wore it. It actually was pretty funny. So I picked up this one just because I like the brown. It's got a little bit of a gold in it. I'm actually going to wear this one. I'm going to make this into like a peasant style top. It needs to be loose fitting, and I really like the boho look. Is another piece of a crinkle knit. This looked like a gauze. It's not a gauze. It's not a cotton gauze. I'm sure it's polyester. Same thing. It's just going to be a very loose fitting top. Finally, I have an I2Y knit. I know I've said before, no, I hate snakeskin prints. Well, look at it's snakeskin. It's perfect for testing those patterns, and I'm not sure if I'm going to like or not. My next two upcoming projects are two projects that I received fabric from Minerva. First of all, I've got this beautiful floral polyester print that I'm going to make a top from. My challenge is I can't decide what top to sew. I love the fabric so much. I know I want it to be kind of loose and flowy, and I just can't decide. The other piece of fabric that I received from Minerva, I've already cut out the pattern. It's a stripe. It's a polyester again. The fabric wasn't quite what I expected, and sometimes that happens when you order online. You just roll with it. I planned to make a skirt, but the skirt that I planned to make was a little more flowy and drapey, and this has a little more structure to it. So I thought to myself, do I make a jacket? Oh, what do I need with another jacket down here? So that's no jacket. I do like making jackets though. What I did is I decided on, I decided on an Issey Miyake pattern. This is 1541, and this is from 1995. This is actually a skirt here. If I'm reading the directions correctly, it's two pieces. It's a front and a back, and then it buttons together. So we'll see how that goes, right? I'll put the line drawing up there so you can get a better idea what that looks like. I just really enjoy the Issey Miyake patterns. They're usually a little bit like putting a puzzle together. I think it would be one of those skirts that I could wear through the summer because it's going to be open on the side and transition into the fall when we get into the cooler weather. In case you missed it, Vogue Patterns recently released their summer patterns probably 2 weeks ago, and I was really surprised that they put them on sale online almost immediately after they released them. So I ordered 1803. This is a beautiful, loose, flowy dress. I think you need to be careful on the fabric, or it could just look like a really ugly muumuu. And I ordered 1798. This is a Rachel Comey design. I did find in her collection what this dress is based on. I'll link that picture above for you. I'm a sucker for these sleeves. I love the big sleeve trend. And again, fabric choice is going to be very critical on this one because you don't want anything too stiff or it's not going to look flattering. Finally, I purchased 1810. This one is very out of my comfort zone. What I like about it, number one, it has multi-cup sizes. It's a way that I can wear the bra top trend without really wearing a bra top and exposing too much. If nothing else, it would be really cute under a loose fitting cover up like that one I plan to make out of that Walmart fabric. As promised, photos of my son wearing the leisure suit jacket that I sewed for him using 9123 from 1970. I have to tell you, this fabric really sucked. It was not fun to sew. It was really thick, and I started out trying to match the plaid and then realized that I couldn't because of the way some of the pieces are put together. The fabric was thick. It's a thick double knit. It was from the 1970s. I found it on eBay. I have enough fabric. I'm going to do the pants too. I just didn't have time to get the pants done before he came down here. This whole thing started out because when we were moving a couple years ago, he was helping my husband pack up all of my sewing books. This was one of the books that was in the donation pile, and he looked at it and he started flipping through it and he said, oh, no. You need to keep this and you need to sew me a leisure suit jacket like this. Well, he thought it was just a joke. He didn't think I was really going to do it. Knowing my son, who has an awesome sense of humor, he would probably wear this for more than just a costume, just to get people's reactions. I am so happy to be back in my sewing room and connecting with you via Friday Sews and getting back to being creative. Hey, if you enjoyed this sewing chat video, you might enjoy my other Friday Sews video. I'll link that playlist above. And I would really appreciate a thumbs up, a comment. Let me know what you liked. Let me know what you're working on. And if you haven't subscribed, subscribe so you don't miss the future videos. Thank you for being here today. I hope you have a blessed day. I'll see you in the next video. Happy sewing. I just looked in the mirror, realized I haven't done my hair yet. 1970s vintage leisure suit jacket thingy that I sewed for him.